Welcome to the channel. I'm the Scottish astrologer, and in this video I want to explain to you why the Great Conjunction of 2020 is the greatest Great Conjunction of them all, or the most rare Great Conjunction of them all. And this is due to a few reasons. First being, this is the closest Saturn and Jupiter have been since 1623, okay, so the closest conjunction, closest they've appeared in the sky since 1623, so that's nearly a 400-year cycle right there. Next reason is because the last conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter of this magnitude, of this kind, was last visible for most of the Earth back in the year 1226, so nearly 800 years ago. Another 800-year cycle on top of the 4. Because most of the time when Saturn and Jupiter do come into conjunction, which is of course a 20-year cycle, but most of the time we don't actually get to see this conjunction, okay, because it's below the horizon or occulted by the moon or blocked by the sun, or they just won't be quite close enough to form the Christmas star, as it's known, to form what looks like one star in the sky. Usually they're not even close enough to make this possible. Make it possible for them to appear as if they are one star in the sky. But this Great Conjunction, a very special one, we will get to actually see, and they will be actually close enough together to appear as if they are one star in the sky. This Great Conjunction is also more special than usual because of the last Great Conjunction. Full elemental shift into air was also roughly 800 years ago, which is also how long it has been for the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction to form a visible Christmas star, so to appear on Christmas time as if they are one star in the sky, hence the Christmas star. So there's another 800-year cycle. And what I mean by the elemental shift into air is great conjunctions for roughly 200 years stay within the same element, bar one slip each time. But apart from that one slip, they remain in the same element for roughly 200 years. And so the last time the Great Conjunction started the air elemental cycle was roughly 800 years ago also. So we have two 800-year cycles and a 400-year cycle overlapping, coming into play for this Great Conjunction, the Great Conjunction of 2020. The greatest Great Conjunction. And another major reason why this Great Conjunction is so great and so rare compared to all the rest is the fact that the last time a Great Conjunction landed on Yule on the winter solstice, December 21st, is unknown to me, okay, as I can only find Great Conjunctions going back 3,000 years, and not one of them landed on December 21st, landed on the winter solstice. So we can say at least over 3,000 years ago was the last time that a Great Conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter actually took place on the winter solstice, and it's possibly much longer than 3,000 years ago. I'm just not sure. As far as I can go back is 3,000 years, so again, could be further. If anybody knows this information, please leave a comment and leave some link for evidence to this for me, and I would be truly appreciative of that. Now, I do know that a Great Conjunction will once again land on the winter solstice in the year 2159, okay? But after that, it's likely not to occur again for thousands of years, just like we see going backwards in time. So yeah, the fact that it's the closest they've been in 400 years, that's a pretty lengthy time. And the fact It's been 800 years since he went into the full elemental shift into air, and also 800 years roughly since the last time Saturn and Jupiter conjunction formed a visible Christmas star. Okay, so that's a lengthy cycle too, 800 years. But the main lengthiest cycle and the rarest thing to occur for this great conjunction, again being the fact that it lands on the winter solstice, a very special day for all people of all times, all ancients, always marked the solstices, equinoxes with great respect, great knowing of the true power of these particular days, these particular moments in time. And again, the fact that a great conjunction has not landed on this extremely special moment in time for, again, over 3,000 years, at least 3,000 years. This is truly, truly a special event we are all going to actually witness. And now, on top of all these extremely lengthy cycles, making this great conjunction the greatest of them all, on top of all this, the last time a great conjunction took us into the age of Aquarius, okay, was around 25,900 years ago. And here we are again. So all this taken into consideration, what is the chances of another great conjunction landing on the moment we enter a new age, landing on the winter solstice, which again does not occur often, over 3,000 years the last time I can find this occurring. And on top of that, then being the closest they have been in 400 years, the moment it has its 800-year elemental shift cycle back into air, and the 800-year cycle of it actually being a visible Christmas star. All these cycles overlapping and coming into play, coalescing, if you like, on one great conjunction. So the chances of all these things happening on one great conjunction is very, very slim. So again, the great conjunction of 2020 is the greatest and rarest of the whole great year cycle, 26,000 year cycle roughly. Again, due to all these rare, lengthy cycles overlapping on this particular great conjunction, a truly special one. Now, please check out a video I made roughly 2 years ago, maybe a bit more now, called The Great Conjunction of 2020, as in that video I give a prediction based on the chart of this particular great conjunction. I give my predictions for what to expect for humanity from this. So I'll leave a link in the description box below for that video. Quite a popular video that I made. One of my most popular, in fact. And one, again, I encourage you all to check out if you haven't already, as it's relevant to right now, even though it's a 2-year-old video. So yeah, do not miss this great conjunction. It's a sight to behold. You need to see this. Truly special. You won't see it again like this. Never again in your life. And how to see it is just look to the west just after sunset, okay? Just up to the left roughly of where the sun sets, and you can't miss it. You will see the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. And it will stay there for a little while until they too set, just like the sun. But for an hour, maybe two, depending where you live, you will get to witness this great conjunction, and it will be visible again too on Christmas, making it a Christmas star. So yeah, we have the rarest, greatest of all spectacles to end the most wildest of years, 2020. And this great spectacle also too signifies the greatest of changes, not just because of this conjunction, but as it signifies our shift into the new age of Aquarius. That being the main reason for the great changes. But again, as this great conjunction shifts back into the air element, into Aquarius, first degree, 0 degrees, 0 seconds of Aquarius. As that occurs also, same time, hand in hand, the changes are extremely, extremely intense, okay? It's going to completely shift the energies, the whole human consciousness, how that feels, okay? Being human right now, how that feels is totally going to change. We're going to feel different. The energy around us is going to feel different. The whole energy of the whole earth is going to change. And I'll be honest with you, for some people it's going to be really tough. This whole change of energy, the real extreme change of energy, is going to be too much for a lot of people. They're just not going to be able to take these changes of energies. Especially the people who are asleep, totally asleep and totally unaware of any of this stuff, okay? Totally unaware of what's coming. It's going to be a true shock to those people's systems. So if you do know anybody like that, just try to make them aware in the very mildest possible terms that things are going to change energetically. You're going to feel different. Everything's going to feel different. Just so they are aware. And it isn't too much of a shock to the system when it does come, which is very, very soon. And in fact, everyone can already feel the changes. The changes have already kicked off this year, 2020. A mad one of the maddest years anyone can remember. So yeah, the change in consciousness, change in energies, everything I just mentioned about is already underway, it's already happening. We're experiencing it. And it's quite admittably tough. Getting from the energies of the Piscean age to the energies of the Aquarian age, that initial transitionary period, which we're all experiencing right now, is obviously tough. You can feel up one day, down the next. It's just a roller coaster of emotions, of feelings, of energetically, an energetic roller coaster of a year. And you know, it's going to be strange energetically also through 2021, okay? Getting used to the new energies. It's going to be strange, a strange feeling for a lot of people. On top of everything that the world's going through with restrictions, lockdowns, etc. But after 2021, I'm predicting 2022, roughly some point in 2022, we're going to get used to these energies. It's going to settle. We're going to feel a lot more comfortable. And then we will see things, life becoming more settled. It's going to be different, but it's going to be more settled, okay, the energies, if you know what I'm trying to say. The other issue is the powers that be, the rulers of this earth, shall we say, well, the pretend rulers, the wannabe rulers. They are having a sort of problem too, from having to shift from the Piscean energies to the Aquarian energies, which are totally different, while they still want to keep control. They still want to run the show, okay? So they're trying to transition everything into a complete new system, but a system where they still run the show, they are still in full control. So that's what we're also experiencing. We're experiencing the struggle of the people who've ran things behind the scenes for so long, losing a grip on power and sort of struggling to try and transition into a new system, a system that an awakening humanity will accept. But in my opinion, they will fail. Just give it a little time. They will fail, of course, in my opinion. But they're going to try and act like saviours, act like friends of humanity, okay? That's the only way they can really stay in power. They have to act like the saviours, okay? They need to act like the good guys. So expect that to happen, them just suddenly trying to act like the good guys, everything changing, everything seeming good. Eventually, give that time as well. We're going to go through rough times, in my opinion, until 2022. Have the Great Reset and move into this new system of theirs. At that point, that's when they're going to act like saviours and good guys and give humanity a system that works better for us and that we feel is better for us at least. But again, I don't believe that system will last long. It will eventually collapse into an organic system that truly is for the people, by the people. Because they can't stop the awakening. They can't stop the consciousness upgrade. But they will indeed try. Okay folks, I think I went on enough for this video. A huge thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell at the right hand side of the subscribe button. Until next time, take care and don't forget to witness the great conjunction of 2020, December 21st.